I'm inviting my black maid to the party. Let her see how her betters live. Richard Whitmore III, millionaire, Newport Beach, says it like a joke over morning espresso. His voice smooth, dripping with arrogance. Friday morning, tomorrow, his grand summer gala at the $43 million mansion. 300 of California's wealthiest, the marble elite, the ones who believe the world bends for them. He calls in Maggie Anderson, a black woman who spent 5 years cleaning his toilets. $1,950 a month. Cash, no contract, no respect. Tomorrow, 4 p.m., he says, smirking. Wear whatever thrift store dress you own. I want my friends to see the difference between people who build empires and people like you, who scrub floors. She stands silent, eyes steady. He keeps talking. You'll stand there while everyone stares, then leave. That's the joke. Watching you pretend you belong where you never will. Saturday, 4 p.m. Maggie walks through those doors. But she's not wearing thrift store anything. She's dressed like royalty. A queen, a storm in silk. Every millionaire turns. Conversations freeze mid-sentence. Glasses pause mid-air. The air itself holds its breath. In the next 12 minutes, everything Richard Whitmore built collapses. You have to see this. Subscribe now. Because when she walks in, 60 millionaires learn the most expensive lesson of their lives. Never humiliate someone who's been quietly preparing to destroy you. Maggie Anderson's life has a rhythm. The rhythm of survival. Wake 5:30 a.m. Make breakfast for Emma, her 12-year-old daughter. Drive 31 minutes from their Santa Ana apartment to Newport Beach. Arrive at the Whitmore mansion by 8. Clean, cook, fold laundry, leave by 5. Drive home. Help Emma with homework. Sleep. Repeat. 5 years. $1,950 monthly. Cash in an envelope. No benefits. No sick days. One-page agreement signed January 2019. Independent contractor. Nothing else. She's a black woman cleaning a white millionaire's house. In a neighborhood where the only other black people wear uniforms like hers. Gardeners, drivers, nannies, always working, never guests. The Whitmore Mansion, $43 million of marble and glass. 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms. Maggie scrubs every inch. She knows which bathroom the teenage son uses because she cleans up after him. She knows when Whitmore comes home drunk because she's the one wiping vomit off imported Italian tile. And she knows what they say when they think she can't hear. You people. Dozens of times. From Whitmore, his wife. They're dinner guests who don't even lower their voices while she's serving drinks. You people don't understand what it takes to build real wealth. You people should be grateful. She's heard worse. Comments about her hair, her skin. Once, Whitmore's wife told a friend, while Maggie folded laundry 10 feet away, I don't know why they all have so many children they can't afford. They, them, those people, those, never names, never human. But what they don't know? Maggie's been documenting everything. October 2023, she starts recording. Audio only. Phone hidden in apron pocket. 52 files now, 8 hours, 12 minutes total. Whitmore's voice, his orders violating labor law, his racist jokes, his cruelty, preserved forever. And that's not all. She keeps a spreadsheet, 312 entries over 5 years. Hours worked versus hours paid. Tasks assigned, overtime stolen. Every number a blade of evidence. California minimum wage for domestic workers, $20.47 per hour. 40 hours weekly, 4 weeks monthly, $20,800 minimum. She gets $1,950, difference $850, 5 years, $51,000 stolen, while being told to be grateful. 2 weeks ago, everything shifted. May 25th, a church basement in Santa Ana, domestic worker support group. That's where she meets Emma Clark, white woman, 29, founder of Labor Watch County, 85,000 followers. Emma reviews Maggie's files, listens to the audio, scans the spreadsheet, and looks up, stunned. "You've been building a case for 8 months." "Does it matter?" Maggie asks quietly. "Who believes me over him?" "Everyone," Emma says. "Once they see you first. Once they see you as human, evidence matters. But first, they have to see you." Emma explains the non-profit donor network. Armani dresses, Louis Vuitton heels, donated by women who want to help working women fight back. Strategic visibility, she says. If someone invites you into their world as a joke, what if you showed up in a way that forced them to see you differently? As exactly who you are, a woman who knows her worth, in a package they can't dismiss. 3 days later, the invitation arrives. "You're invited. Come as you are." Followed by 3 laughing emojis. Maggie stares at those emojis a long time, then calls Emma. "He just made a mistake, the biggest one of his life." Emma agrees. "Let's get you ready. Saturday morning, June 8th, 9 a.m. Emma Clark arrives at Maggie S. apartment with 3 volunteers, women who know exactly what this day means. On the bedroom door hangs the armor, an Armani dress, black label, size 6, $8,200 retail, simple cut, no drama, just quiet power. Emma unzips the garment bag. "This was donated by a tech executive's wife," she says softly. "She wanted it to help someone who needed armor." "It's just a dress," Maggie whispers. "No," Emma replies. "It's a statement. It says, 'I belong anywhere I choose.' When you walk in wearing this, every assumption shatters." The makeup artist, Rosa, a Filipino woman, does Maggie's face. Foundation matching perfectly. Eyeshadow subtle. Lipstick the color of quiet confidence. Nothing loud. Just Maggie enhanced. Then Kesha, black hairstylist, works her magic. Natural texture. Professional. Beautiful. No straightening, no hiding. "You're gorgeous," Kesha says. "Anyone ever tell you that?" Maggie shakes her head. "Not in 5 years." Then they've been blind. 2 p.m. Maggie steps into the dress. The silk cool against her skin. The fit perfect. She looks in the mirror, sees a woman she knows, and one she's meeting for the first time. "How do you feel?" Emma asks. "Scared." "Good. That means it matters. When you walk in, remember, you were invited. You're not crashing. Walk like you have every right to be there. Because you do." Emma hands her a clutch purse. Inside, the phone with 52 audio files queued, the Excel spreadsheet. Attorney Sarah Bennett's number on speed dial. "This entrance isn't the end," Emma says. "It's the beginning." 3:30 p.m. They leave for Newport Beach. Emma drives. Maggie sits in silence, hands folded tight. "What if they just laugh anyway?" she asks. "Then they laugh," Emma answers. "But people like Whitmore are used to poor people looking poor. That's what makes them feel safe. But when you walk in looking like wealth, like power, it breaks their brains. They don't know how to process it, and in that confusion, they finally see you." 4:05 p.m. They reach the mansion. Through the glass, faces, all white, all wealthy, all unprepared. Emma parks across the street. "Ready?" Maggie thinks about her daughter, about 5 years of you people, about $850 stolen every month, $51,000 total, about being told to be grateful, about scrubbing toilets while dinner guests mocked her kind. She thinks about those 52 files, every second a blade of truth. "I'm ready." 4:08 p.m. Maggie opens the car door, steps out. Louboutin heels touch pavement, each click like a countdown. Inside, Richard Whitmore is probably laughing, telling someone about the boss black maid who actually thought she was invited. Maggie reaches the door, places her hand on the handle. Golden hour light floods behind her, the California sun blazing through glass. She opens the door. 4:08 p.m. A silhouette framed in gold, and for a moment, no one breathes. Then, she steps inside. Amanda Hastings, wife of a real estate investor, sees her first. Her champagne glass freezes mid-air, eyes widening, brain trying to compute what it cannot. This is not what was supposed to happen. Beside her, Jeffrey Chen, venture capitalist, mid-sentence, turns to see what stopped Amanda cold. His conversation dies mid-word. Acquisition hangs unfinished in the air. Then another turns, and another, like dominoes, like a slow-motion wave of disbelief rolling across the Whitmore ballroom. 60 people, 60 conversations, 60 heads turning. 8 seconds for absolute silence. And there, at the center of it, Maggie Anderson walks in. $8,000 Armani dress, fitting like it was sculpted for her. Black, simple, elegant, the kind of luxury that doesn't scream. It speaks. Louboutin heels, red bottoms flashing with every step across the white marble floor. Click, 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 each step a heartbeat. She doesn't look around nervously, doesn't apologize with her posture, doesn't shrink. She walks straight ahead, shoulders back, chin level, with the composure of someone who knows exactly where she belongs. She isn't wearing thrift store. She isn't wearing Walmart. She isn't wearing what poverty looks like when it tries. She's wearing power, dignity, and every assumption they made about who she was meant to be shatters with every step. She looks like royalty, like a queen, and 60 millionaires, the self-appointed masters of wealth, are stunned into silence. Richard Whitmore sees her. His face flickers. Confusion, disbelief, recognition, panic. Who is that? Then realization hits like a slap. Wait, that's Maggie? The woman he pays $1,050 a month to clean toilets, now standing in his mansion like she owns it. His mouth opens, closes, opens again. Maggie! Too high, too uncertain. This was supposed to be funny. His black maid showing up uncomfortable, letting everyone laugh. But this is not that. You actually came. Maggie stops 10 feet away. Her eyes meet his, unflinching, calm. You invited me to come as myself, Mr. Whitmore, she says softly. This is myself. Thank you for the invitation. The silence that follows feels physical. You can hear someone's phone buzz across the space. Then, a sound. Clap. Amanda Hastings sets down her glass, begins to clap. Slow, deliberate. Then Jeffrey Chen joins, then another, 5, 10, 20. Not everyone, but enough. Enough to tell Whitmore that this moment isn't following his script. Enough to tell him his joke just backfired in front of his entire world. Some don't clap. They just stare, trying to process the collision of status and truth, trying to reconcile the maid with the queen in Armani. Their brains stutter. Systems crash. Does not compute. Maggie doesn't wait for him to recover. She turns toward the champagne table. A Latino waiter approaches, tray trembling slightly. She takes a glass. One small sip. Calm. Poised. She meets eyes with 3 people, including Stephanie Hall, a black caterer, whose shock turns slowly into a smile of recognition. Maggie stays exactly 12 minutes, long enough to be seen, long enough to etch the moment into history, long enough for every phone in the room to come out. She sets her glass down, half full. Turns, walks back toward the door. As she passes, Whitmore forces a laugh, brittle, desperate. Well, that was quite an entrance. Maggie stops, turns. No words, just a look. The kind of look that says, I see exactly who you are, and soon everyone else will too. Then she walks out into the 4:20 p.m. sunshine. Behind her, Amanda Hastings is already on Instagram. Photo, Maggie mid-stride, Armani dress catching light, Louboutins gleaming red. Caption, when your boss invites you as a joke, but you show up as a queen. Hashtags, sac dignity, black excellence, sac respect. 4:23 p.m. The post goes live. 6 Mart p.m. 45,000 shares. Midnight, 1.2 million views. By Sunday morning, 2.3 million people have seen Maggie Anderson walk into that room. Richard Whitmore's life is about to change forever. 6:12 p.m. Amanda's post hits 340 likes in 8 minutes. The algorithm takes notice, pushes it to explore, to hashtags, to feeds of people following wealth, fashion, social justice. By 7 p.m., someone uploads a full-screen recorded video, 4 minutes, 23 seconds long. Maggie's entrance, the silence, the applause. Whitmore's face, frozen humiliation. It hits TikTok. Hashtags, pure Made in Armani, Black Queen. Dignity wins. $9 p.m., 340,000 views. $10 p.m., 1.2 million comments explode. This is how you handle disrespect. She didn't say much. That entrance said everything. The way every person had to recalibrate their assumptions. Black excellence on full display. The internet roars. She turned the joke into a statement. The silence? That was power. But what changes everything? The video doesn't just go viral in black social media or labor circles. It spreads everywhere. Newport Beach Country Club members whispering. Real estate networks dissecting it. Suburban moms sharing it with captions. This matters. Of course, the comments divide. Why is this news? She just wore a dress. Probably borrowed it. Playing the race card. But the majority, you can see the exact second they realize she wasn't the punchline. 5 years of disrespect, answered in 12 minutes. This is what refusal looks like. Because when a black woman refuses the box you built, refuses the script you wrote, and shows up fully human in a space designed to deny her humanity, it forces everyone to confront that the box existed in the first place. 8:15 p.m. Whitmore's phone rings. John Bradford, major investor. Rich, we need to talk about this video. What video? The one with 2 million views, of you trying to humiliate your housekeeper. Check your phone. Whitmore opens Instagram, sees the post, the comments, his name, 8,000 mentions. Brock's Newport Beach racism trending. His stomach drops. 8:32 p.m. Martinez Holdings calls. Richard, the board has concerns about optics. 9:01 p.m. Board member Stevens. Rich, what the hell? My daughter's friends are calling me racist by association. 9:45 p.m. His wife Diane comes downstairs. Richard, my phone has 300 messages. My book club is asking if we're racist. The school called. What did you do? I invited her as a joke. How was I supposed to know she'd show up looking like that? Like what, Richard? Like a human being with dignity? 10:40 p.m. Whitmore calls his attorney. Fire her tonight. Send termination immediately. Attorney David Ross hesitates. Rich, terrible timing. It'll look like retaliation. I don't care. She made me look like a fool in my own house. Send it now. 11:58 p.m. The email arrives in Maggie's inbox. Email's subject line. Cold, sterile, final. Immediate termination of independent contractor agreement. No greeting, no signature warmth, just power disguised as policy. Effective immediately, your independent contractor agreement with Whitmore Luxury Properties is void. Final payment processed within 7 business days per California law. No further communication necessary. This decision is final. 63 words. Legal, clinical, vindictive. Each one lands like a gavel. Maggie reads it on her couch. The same couch where she once folded Whitmore's linen napkins. The Armani dress, back in its garment bag. Louboutin heels, back in their box. Now she's in sweatpants, hair undone, laptop glow across her tired face. Her daughter sleeps in the next room. The hum of the baby monitor, the only sound of peace in a world turning loud. She forwards the email to Emma Clark. Subject, he took the bait. Emma calls instantly. Wait, he fired you? 12 hours after the video went viral? Her voice sharp, alive with disbelief. He's panicking, she says. This is mistake number 2. Maggie exhales. What was mistake 1? Emma doesn't miss a beat. Inviting you. Sunday, 8 a.m. Maggie's phone vibrates nonstop. 82 missed calls, 340 texts, 50 media requests, local news, national outlets, BET, The Root, Essence, CNN. Everyone wants to know, who is the woman in the Armani dress? Emma screens every call, builds a wall of calm around the storm. This isn't about fame, she reminds Maggie. It's about justice. 9:30 a.m. Emma posts on her blog. The woman in the video is Maggie Anderson. Black, single mother, 5 years cleaning Richard Whitmore's mansion, paid $1,250 monthly, $850 below California minimum wage. 12 hours after 2 million people watched her walk into his party with dignity, he fired her by email. Here's why that matters. Screenshots, termination email, pay stubs. The single-page contract labeled independent contractor and nothing else. 30,000 views in 40 minutes. Across America, domestic workers watch on repeat. Black women who clean white houses. Latina women who raise white children. Asian women who care for white elders. They see Maggie walk into that glittering room and see themselves, finally visible. They remember their own stories, their own stolen wages, their own "you people" comments, their own humiliation disguised as employment. And some whisper to themselves, maybe I don't have to accept this anymore. This is bigger than one viral video, bigger than one millionaire's party. Something Richard Whitmore never saw coming is taking shape. Monday, June 10th, 10 a.m., Santa Ana Community Center, 43 people, 6 cameras, 15 reporters. This is no typical Monday. Maggie enters, not Armani, black pants, white blouse, hair in a professional bun, no makeup, the contrast deliberate. Saturday was visibility. Today is credibility. She steps to the podium, Emma beside her with laptop, attorney Sarah Bennett seated at the table. Reporters settle, cameras lock in. Maggie breathes. Saturday night, she begins. You saw a photograph, a video. A black woman in an expensive dress walking into a white millionaire's party. You saw a moment. What you didn't see. 8 months of preparation. 5 years of being treated as less than human. The systematic exploitation that made that moment necessary. Silence. Every recorder blinking red. I have 52 audio recordings, 8 hours, 12 minutes total. Mr. Whitmore's voice, instructions, comments, things he thought didn't matter because I was just the help. All documented, time-stamped, saved. Emma clicks play. Audio number 1, October 14th, 2023. 2:34 p.m. Whitmore's voice fills the room. I don't pay you to think, Maggie. I pay you to clean. If you can't follow simple instructions, where else would someone like you even work? You people need to be grateful for what you get. You people. The phrase hangs like smoke. Reporters shift. Cameras roll. Someone whispers, "Damn!" Maggie stops the recording. That's 1 of 52, she says. They get worse. Next slide. Excel spreadsheet. 312 rows. 5 years of hours logged versus hours paid. California minimum wage, 2024, $17.50 per hour, 40 hours weekly, $2,800 monthly. Maggie received $1,950. Difference, $850, 60 months, $51,000 stolen. From one black woman told to be grateful. Sarah Bennett rises. We have bank records, tax documents. Whitmore claimed household employee expenses that don't match his payments. 6 other former employees. Same story, same evidence. This isn't one disgruntled worker. This is systematic exploitation spanning 8 years. A reporter raises her hand. Miss Anderson, why now? Why not report before? Maggie meets her gaze. Because reporting requires being seen. People like me are invisible until we decide not to be. The dress Saturday wasn't about fashion. It was about forcing people to see me as human before I showed evidence. Because evidence alone doesn't matter if you don't see us as people first. Emma clicks again. 6 photographs appear. 6 women. 3 black, 2 Latina, 1 white with an Eastern European accent, 6 complaints filed with the California Labor Commissioner. Same employer, same pattern. Wage theft, dehumanizing treatment, illegal classification, 4 of 6 women, women of color, the 2 white women, immigrants with accents. Whitmore has a type, the vulnerable, those he thinks can't fight back. The press conference lasts 43 minutes. By 11:05 a.m., clips play on every network. Whitmore's voice, "You people." The spreadsheet, $51,000 stolen. The 6 faces, now icons of truth. The narrative shifts, from viral clip to legal reckoning. But Whitmore doesn't back down. By 2 p.m., his attorneys draft a counterstatement. The real fight has begun. Tuesday, 6 a.m. Emma's blog publishes The Whitmore Files, Part 1, The Pattern of Exploitation. 3 hours later, 120,000 reads. Comments flood faster than moderation can keep up. This is Pulitzer-level journalism. I worked for a family like this. Same thing. The post is surgical, precise, devastating. Stephanie Hall, 33, black woman, housekeeper, 2018 to 2020. Cash payments below minimum wage, no overtime, no benefits. When I asked about health insurance, he laughed. You should be grateful I'm paying you at all. You know how many black women would take this job? Recorded, March 14, 2019. Gloria Martinez, 45, Latina, 2015-2018. He called us the help. Told guests I was one of the good ones because I didn't complain. When I asked for minimum wage, he said he could replace me within 24 hours, like wanting legal wages was demanding. Maria Santos, 38, Latina immigrant, Guatemala, legal resident, 2016 to 2019. He mocked my accent, said if I reported anything, he had immigration connections. I'm legal, 12 years, but he used my fear anyway. 3 more women, 2 black, 1 white immigrant from Moldova, pattern identical. Hired as independent contractors, paid cash below minimum wage, dehumanized, terminated when they questioned anything. 6 women, $288,000 stolen, average $48,000 each. Maggie's own bank records show 18 months of identical deposits, $1,950 every time, same Chase branch. Emma compares, white housekeepers in Newport Beach average $3,200 monthly. The gap isn't math, it's hierarchy. California law, $1,750 per hour, $10,800 monthly minimum. Maggie got $1,950, $850 short, 60 months, $51,000 stolen, while being told to be grateful. The spreadsheet shows hour manipulation. Week 43, 52 hours worked, 30 paid. Week 44, 48 worked, 32 paid. The independent contractor label became a shield. No overtime, no benefits, no accountability. He targeted women who couldn't risk losing work. Women for whom English was a second language. Black and brown women in white neighborhoods. Mothers, caregivers, survivors. Women taught since birth that people like them should be grateful for crumbs. Now, those crumbs are evidence. This isn't just civil wage theft, it edges toward federal fraud. Whitmore's own tax returns, discovered through legal filings, show household employee deductions totaling $68,000 annually. Schedule C Line 28 claimed every year 2021-2023, $204,000 total over 3 years. Yet Maggie's actual payments were $950x 12 sa $2,400 annually, a discrepancy of $44,600 per year. 3 years, $133,800 unexplained deductions. 2 possibilities, both damning. Either Whitmore is lying to the IRS about household employee expenses for bigger deductions, or he's paying other workers off the books, cash under the table, unreported, unseen. Either way, it's federal tax evasion. Either way, it's criminal. Either way, the man who laughed at you people is staring down potential prison time. Emma's analysis is precise. She never accuses outright. She lays down numbers like breadcrumbs, asks questions that hang in the air, and lets readers and federal agents follow the trail. 34 pages of screenshots. Emails, internal messages, group chats with country club buddies, each one dripping not just with financial manipulation, but with something uglier, racial contempt disguised as humor. Email, March 15th, 2022. Whitmore to his golf circle, subject line, LOL. Told Maggie to use vinegar on marble countertops. She actually did it. Whole thing stained. Had to pay $3,000 to refinish. These people will believe anything. Good help is hard to find, but cheap help is easier. Followed by a laughing emoji. These people, 17 times across those 34 pages. June 2023, discussing dinner party prep. Make sure Maggie wears the uniform I bought. White apron, black dress, very traditional, very Gone with the Wind. My mother-in-law loves that look. Makes her nostalgic. Laughing emoji again. That nostalgia? The nostalgia of slavery. September 2023. Another message. New one started today. Guatemala or El Salvador or wherever. Barely speaks English? Perfect. Less back talk, less demands. These immigrant women work harder. They know what they have to lose. And when Stephanie Hall finally quit, S finally left. Good riddance. She was getting too comfortable. Started asking about healthcare, about overtime. I don't need that attitude. Plenty more where she came from. 34 pages, some coded, most explicit, all exposing a world view where black and brown domestic workers are an invisible underclass. Grateful, silent, replaceable. Emma closes that section with one cutting line. This is who he is when no one's watching. This is what he says about the women who clean his house, prepare his food, care for his children. This is the contempt that made Saturday's joke possible. The dress didn't cause the conflict. The conflict was always there. The dress only made it visible. Then Emma follows the money and finds rot beneath the marble. Whitmore's cleaning supply vendor, Pristine Services, LLC. Monthly charge, $340. Retail cost for identical supplies, $230. Difference, $110 per month, 5 years, $6,600 skimmed, tiny until you zoom out. Corporate filings show Pristine Services, LLC registered in Delaware. Registered agent, Gregory Schneider, Whitmore's personal accountant for 12 years. Not an independent vendor, a shell. The money circles back. A kickback scheme disguised as cleaning expenses. Emma traces 11 more companies, landscaping, pool care, window washing, all Delaware, all connected to Whitmore and Associates, all billing above market, all written off as business expenses. It's not housekeeping anymore. It's a shell game. White-collar crime in polo shirts and golf carts. Hard to prove without an insider. Harder to ignore now that someone's digging. The blog post ends quietly, powerfully. More evidence coming. Investigation ongoing. If you worked for Richard Whitmore or Whitmore Luxury Properties and experienced similar treatment, especially if you were a woman of color or immigrant, contact us through the secure link. Your story matters. Your evidence matters. You matter. There are more of us than them. By noon Tuesday, 260,000 views. By 5 p.m., 400,000. Comments exploding past 38,000. Local news picks it up. National outlets call. The story is no longer a viral video. It's a reckoning. Wednesday, 10 a.m. A courier drops certified mail on Emma's doorstep. 8 pages. Legal letterhead. Whitmore and Associates, LLP. Cease and desist. Your client has engaged in a systematic defamatory campaign designed to destroy our client's reputation through false and misleading information with racial animus and malicious intent. Remove all content within 48 hours or face damages exceeding $5 million. Criminal charges may follow. Emma reads it twice, exhales, looks across the cafe table at Maggie. They added racial animus, she says softly. They're flipping this, making you the racist for calling out his racism. Classic Darvo. Deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. Maggie's hands tighten around her cup. What do we do? Emma's answer is calm, steel-edged. We don't blink. The second we blink, they win. You ready for this to get worse before it gets better? Maggie thinks of rent, of her daughter, of the $850 stolen every month for 5 years. I'm ready. But she isn't. Not really. No one is ready for what comes next. Friday, 3 p.m. The attack begins, a DDoS flood, thousands of hits per second. Emma's blog crashes, 11 hours offline. At 4:30 p.m., her hosting provider calls, voice trembling. Emma, we're getting pressure, legal, financial. We can't say from where, but it's significant. We don't have resources to fight this. You might want to move. Translation: they're being threatened. You're on your own. Emma spends Friday night migrating servers to Iceland. Encrypted, $850 a month. Money she doesn't have, but silence costs more. By dawn, the site is live again. But intimidation doesn't stop. Saturday, 2:14 a.m. Maggie's asleep. Then, pounding on the door. 4 minutes straight. Enough to wake Emma. Enough to wake Mrs. Chen across the hall. Maggie peers through the peephole. A man in a dark jacket. No uniform, no ID, no reason to be there at 2 a.m. Except one. She calls Mrs. Chen. Can you turn on your porch light? Light flicks on. The man glances up, freezes, walks away fast. Sunday morning, police report filed. Officer Rodriguez listens, notes, probable intimidation tactic targeting woman of color in high-profile employment dispute. Unable to identify suspect. Recommend increased vigilance. Case number 2024-856. But fear spreads faster than justice. Maria Santos, witness number 4, calls that afternoon, voice shaking. Someone called my daughter's school. Said I was illegal. Said they'd report me to ICE. I'm a citizen, 12 years. But my daughter's scared. She's 8. I can't risk this. Click. Dial tone, one witness down. Fear doing its job. Monday afternoon. Maggie's daughter comes home crying, locks herself in her room. 20 minutes later. Baby, can I come in? From behind the door. Sophia's dad works with Mr. Whitmore. She said you're trying to steal from a good man. Her dad said people like us play the race card when we get caught being lazy and entitled. People like us. 12 years old, already fluent in hate. Mom, what's the race card? Am I supposed to be embarrassed? Maggie swallows. No, baby. Never be embarrassed for telling the truth, even when it costs you. Tuesday. Emma's blog traffic drops 60%. Not because interest fades, because posts vanish from search results. Someone with money is pressing buttons behind the curtain. Wednesday. Whitmore's attorneys file for preliminary injunction, a gag order dressed as legal process. Hearing set for July 8th, Thursday. Maggie checks her bank. $1,040. Rent due July 1st. $1,650. 8 job applications sent. 6 ignored. 2 positions filled. 1 rejection email accidentally includes a forward. FYI, this is the woman from the video. Whitmore says she's trouble. FYI, they're not even hiding it. Friday, 2 a.m. Maggie sits at her kitchen table, sleepless. Her daughter cries herself to sleep again. Emma's blog under siege, witnesses withdrawing, rent due in 8 days, legal threats mounting. She opens a photo on her phone, herself in the Armani dress. That woman feels distant, borrowed. Who was she? Maggie whispers. That's not me. I'm just Maggie. Black woman, single mom, housekeeper. No job, no money, no safety net. Just scared. The 52 audio files. The 312 spreadsheet entries. All that evidence, suddenly weightless against real-world punishment. A bullied child, an unpaid rent, a system protecting the powerful. Maybe he was right. Maybe she should have been grateful. Maybe silence would have been safer. Her finger hovers over Emma Clark's contact. Types, I think we should stop. This isn't worth what it's doing to my daughter. Can't send, can't delete. Frozen between surrender and stubbornness, between protecting her child and teaching her that some fights cost everything. Outside, Newport Beach sleeps easy. Richard Whitmore in his $43 million mansion, attorneys on retainer, reputation bruised, but bank account untouched. His children dream without fear. And in Santa Ana, Maggie sits in the dark, wondering if the Armani dress was worth losing everything. Wondering if refusing invisibility is worth the price of being seen. Wondering if dignity matters when you can't pay rent. 3:00 a.m., the clock ticks, 3:01, 3:02. The night gives no answers, only silence, and the weight of impossible choices, dignity or survival. Late June feels like drowning. June 28th, 3 days until rent. June 29th, 2. June 30th, tomorrow. Bank balance $1,240, rent $1,650. The math doesn't work. Her daughter has stopped talking about school. Comes home, door shuts, tears muffled into the pillow. A 12-year-old trying to be strong and failing. Emma Clark's blog, traffic falling, donors backing out. Too controversial, too political. Support melts like ice. Maggie hasn't told her daughter about rent, hasn't told her they might have to move, hasn't told her that fighting for justice might cost them their home. Clock tick grows louder. Friday, July 1st, rent due. Maggie opens her laptop, stares at the unfinished email. Dear Miss Johnson, I am writing to inform you that I will be unable to pay rent in full. She can't type the rest, can't admit defeat. 2:38 a.m. Apartment dark except for phone glow. She opens the photo. Armani dress, the moment she thought would change everything. Who was that woman? She whispers. Not me. Just someone I pretended to be for 12 minutes. Someone who could afford to fight back. Someone brave. I'm not brave. I'm just tired. She opens her text thread with Emma. The unsent message still there. I think we should stop. Her thumb hovers. It would be so easy. Call Whitmore's attorneys, accept settlement, sign the NDA, take the money, pay rent, protect her daughter, go back to invisible, back to the help, back to accepting. She can almost feel the relief, the fight ending, safety returning. Her daughter safe. No more bullying, no more threats, just quiet, just survival, just normal. Except normal was the problem. Normal was $850 stolen monthly. Normal was you people. Normal was teaching her daughter that black women who clean houses should be grateful for crumbs. But fighting back broke her daughter anyway. So what's the point? What good is dignity if your child is crying? What good is justice if you can't pay rent? Clock ticks, louder now. 3 a.m., 3:01, 3:02. Maggie hasn't moved, frozen in the paralysis of impossible choices. Outside, Santa Ana begins its slow wake. Garbage trucks, early commuters, the city of people who work before dawn so the world functions. Invisible people, essential people, disposable people. Maybe they're right, she whispers. Maybe I'm making too big a deal. Maybe dignity is a luxury I can't afford. Her phone screen goes black. She sits in darkness. This is the moment 90% quit. Not because they're weak, but because the system is built to make quitting the only rational choice. Because exhaustion, isolation, financial pressure, and threats to children aren't accidents. They're features. They're how power keeps itself safe. 3:15 a.m. still frozen. Then, buzz. Her phone vibrates loud in the silence. Notification, GoFundMe, $50 donated. Message, I'm a black woman. I was a housekeeper too, 20 years. Never spoke up. Watching you fight makes me wish I had. You're not alone. Please don't stop. Another ping. $20 from Texas, $100 from someone told to be grateful, $250, $200, $42 donations in 6 minutes, $2,140 total. Messages flood in. Don't stop. We see you. Your daughter will understand someday. For my grandmother who cleaned houses in Jim Crow South, tears come, not from despair, but from something else. Remembering she's not alone. Remembering her fight matters. Remembering that dignity isn't luxury, it's necessity. She deletes the unsent message, types new one, still fighting. Let's finish this. The GoFundMe wasn't started by Emma, not by Maggie. It came from Maria Gonzalez, domestic worker organizer, Los Angeles, 43. Saw the video, read the blog, recognized the pattern. Tuesday, 6 a.m. She creates a fundraiser. Legal defense fund for Maggie Anderson and all domestic workers fighting back. Goal, $15,000. Noon, $23,000. 5 p.m., $42,000. Day 3, $89,340 from 1,123 donors. Not from billionaires, from housekeepers, teachers, nurses, students, retirees. People who understand the price of fighting back. Comments read like testimony. This happened to me in 2019. I stayed quiet. Seeing Maggie fight makes me wish I hadn't. My mother cleaned houses 30 years. She died never seeing justice. This is for her. I'm a labor attorney, taking cases pro bono. My grandmother was a domestic worker during Jim Crow. She would have loved this. Every attempt to silence Maggie creates more noise. Every threat generates more support. The Streisand effect meets grassroots solidarity. 43 domestic workers post video testimonials. For Maggie, evidence. Domestic workers unite. Black women matter. Black, Latina, Asian, immigrant women, each echoing the same story. Wage theft, dehumanization, retaliation, being told to be grateful. The problem is bigger than one millionaire. It's systemic. And Maggie's fight is making it visible. June 20th, 2:15 p.m. Phone rings. Miss Anderson, Sarah Bennett, labor attorney. I've been following your case. I'd like to represent you pro bono. This is bigger than one employer. This is precedent. Emma's nonprofit, once losing donors, suddenly surges. $43,000 in 1 week. Unions, racial justice groups, women's rights movements join in. NBC LA airs a 6 p.m. segment. In Newport Beach, a black housekeeper's fight for dignity has become a national movement. The story is no longer containable. It has become a symbol, a movement, and symbols don't die quietly. Meanwhile, in a Los Angeles IRS office, analyst Karen White opens a plain manila envelope. No return address. Postmarked Newport Beach. Inside, 80 pages, tax returns, bank statements, vendor contracts. All Whitmore, all dirty. By page 12, she's on the phone. Sir, I think we need to open an investigation. June 28th, 9:15 a.m. Whitmore in his office, coffee in hand, reading the Wall Street Journal. Phone rings. Gregory Schneider, accountant, 12 years. Rich, we have a problem. IRS audit notice. Whitmore sets down his cup. For what? Last 3 years. They're examining everything. Household employee deductions, vendor payments, contractors, based on information received. Someone tipped them off, Whitmore snaps. Emma Clark, no. Maggie, no. Who else? 80 pages, Gregory says. Detailed, comprehensive, anonymous. Whitmore freezes. Someone inside. Someone with access. Someone who decided exposure was worth the cost. That afternoon, consequences cascade. 3 p.m. John Bradford, termination notice, $6.3 million gone. 3:40 p.m. Martinez, holdings, another $8 million, 4:15 p.m., third investor. By day's end, $18 million evaporated. Not because of a viral video, because IRS means federal. Federal means criminal. Investors run from fire. August 5th, California Department of Labor subpoena. Whitmore ordered to appear before Commissioner Linda Rodriguez. Case OC 2024-6633. Open to media. Open to the public. Board calls emergency meeting. Viral video, 6 accusers, federal audit, state subpoena, GoFundMe at $90,000, reputation in free fall. They don't fire him yet, but the message is clear. Resolve this immediately, or we remove you. Meanwhile, Gregory Schneider gets his own call. Federal prosecutors. Mr. Schneider, we'd like to discuss your relationship with Richard Whitmore. What you knew, when you knew it, and whether you'd be interested in a cooperation agreement. Cooperation agreement. Code for immunity. Gregory thinks about 12 years of complicity. the humiliation, the emails he kept, the evidence he saved for this very day. I need time to think. Deadline: Monday morning. Hearing: Thursday. After that, immunity expires. He looks at his calendar. August 22nd, 4 days. He opens his encrypted backup drive. 12 years of documentation, every questionable instruction, every objection raised. Every time Whitmore told him to do something Gregory knew violated law or ethics. He starts thinking about which files prosecutors will want. At her Santa Ana apartment, Maggie doesn't know about the IRS investigation, doesn't know about the federal audit, doesn't know about Gregory's decision point. She just knows rent is somehow paid. GoFundMe came through. Her daughter's sleeping slightly better. And attorney Sarah Bennett says, the hearing is 3 weeks away. Prepare yourself. It will be public. Media will be there. His attorneys will try to discredit you. Won't be easy. But Maggie, we have evidence. We have law on our side. And now apparently the IRS is interested too. Things are about to get very interesting for Mr. Whitmore. What should I wear? Sarah pauses, smiles. You know what? Wear the same dress, the Armani. Make it full circle. You started this fight in that dress, end it in that dress. Show them dignity doesn't change based on location. Maggie thinks about the borrowed dress, about calling Emma to arrange borrowing it one more time. Okay, one more time. Let's finish this. August 22nd, 2024, 9:52 a.m. Room 4B, California Department of Labor Standards Enforcement, Santa Ana. 80 seats, 140 people, overflow in the hallway, 6 cameras, 15 reporters, not a normal labor hearing. 9:58 a.m. Door opens. Maggie Anderson enters wearing the Armani dress. The same dress from June 8th, black label, simple cut. The dress that started everything. Room reacts, gasps, murmurs, camera clicks, reporters typing furiously. Commissioner Linda Rodriguez, Latina, 51, 23 years in labor law, looks up, raises an eyebrow, almost smiles. Counsel, that's quite a statement. Sarah Bennett stands. My client is making a point, Commissioner. She began this journey in this dress when invited to a party as a joke. She is ending it in this dress to demonstrate that dignity doesn't change based on location. She's the same woman, whether cleaning toilets or testifying under oath. Noted, says the commissioner. Proceed. Silence. Maggie sits, hands steady, breathing controlled. She's ready. 10:15 a.m. Testimony begins. Hand on Bible. State your name. Margaret Anderson. Your relationship to the defendant? His housekeeper, 5 years, January 2019 through June 2024. Describe your typical work week. Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, sometimes later. No documented breaks, no overtime compensation, $1,950 monthly cash. And Mr. Whitmore frequently made comments about my race, called me "you people," made jokes about the help while I served them, told people I was one of the good ones when I stayed quiet. Sarah projects the spreadsheet. 312 entries. Pattern undeniable. California minimum wage 2024, $17.50 per hour. 40 hours weekly, $2,800 monthly minimum. Miss Anderson received $1,950. Difference, $850. Over 60 months, $51,000 stolen from one black woman told she should be grateful. Audio file 23 plays. Whitmore's voice fills the room. I don't pay you to think, Maggie. You people need to understand your place. Clean, don't think. If you can't handle that, plenty more where you came from. You people. Echoes in the silent room. 11:30 a.m. Whitmore's attorney stands. Commissioner, my client maintains Miss Anderson was an independent contractor, free to set hours, decline work. Comments were friendly workplace banter, not racial harassment. Miss Anderson is misinterpreting cultural differences as discrimination. Commissioner Rodriguez leans forward. Counsel, did Miss Anderson control her work schedule? She could decline. Did she? In 5 years, did she ever decline work without consequence? Hesitation. Not to my knowledge. Did she provide her own tools? Set her own rates? Work for multiple clients? No, Commissioner. Then she was employee misclassified. And regarding friendly banter, California law is explicit. Workplace harassment includes repeated comments about race, regardless of claimed intent. You people directed at a black employee is not ambiguous. Next witness. 11:45 a.m. Door opens. Gregory Schneider enters. Whitmore's face drains of color. His attorney whispers urgently, "Too late." Gregory walks to the witness stand, sworn in, looks at Whitmore, looks away. "Mr. Schneider, your relationship to the defendant?" "I was Richard Whitmore's personal and corporate accountant, 12 years. Did you have conversations regarding household employee classification?" "Yes, multiple times. Beginning 2018 through last year. He instructed me to classify all household staff, particularly women of color and immigrants, as independent contractors to avoid payroll taxes, benefits, overtime. I explained this was legally questionable. He told me, do it anyway. His exact words, "They won't complain, they need work too badly, and if they do complain, who's going to believe them over me?" Complete silence. Every reporter writing, every camera recording. "Why testify today?" Gregory looks at Whitmore again. "Because federal prosecutors offered immunity, and because I'm tired of being complicit. In 2021, Mr. Whitmore publicly humiliated me at a business dinner when I questioned legality of his deductions. But mostly, I'm testifying because I read the emails. I saw the racial language. I saw how he talked about black and brown women who worked for him. I documented everything. I'm done protecting someone who treats human beings like disposable property." Room erupts. Commissioner Rodriguez bangs the gavel 3 times. "Order!" 1:45 p.m. Commissioner delivers findings. Based on sworn testimony, documentary evidence, audio recordings, and financial records, this commission finds clear, willful, systematic violations of California Labor Code sections 1194, 1198, and 1199, employee misclassification, systematic wage theft, hostile work environment with racial harassment, retaliation, pattern of exploitation across multiple victims with evidence suggesting targeting of women of color and immigrants. This matter is referred to the California Attorney General for criminal review. Civil penalties preliminary, $120,000. Parties ordered to enter settlement negotiations within 30 days. Hearing adjourned. Gavel strikes. Applause bursts outside. 2:45 p.m. Maggie steps into sunlight. 140 people erupt in applause. Media surrounds her. "Miss Anderson, how does it feel?" Maggie, still in Armani, looks into the camera. Voice calm, steady. "I just wanted fair pay and to be seen as a human being. That's all any of us want." She walks to Emma's car, takes off the Louis Vuitton heels, hands them back. "These hurt," Emma laughs. "Beauty is pain." "No," Maggie says softly. "Dignity isn't pain. Dignity is just dignity. It only hurts when people try to take it from you." September 30th. Settlement signed. $340,000 total. Back wages $51,000. Compensatory damages $180,000. Civil penalties $89,000. Attorney fees $20,000. But money isn't the point. Clause 12. Defendant funds California Domestic Worker Training and Legal Rights Program, $2 million over 5 years, administered by Emma Clark's nonprofit, from his pocket to workers' hands. October 12th. Richard Whitmore resigns as CEO. Board statement, pursuing new leadership direction. Translation, forced out. Stock drops 34%. The empire crumbles. November 8th. California Assembly Bill 1956 introduced the Margaret Anderson Domestic Workers Protection Act. Stricter enforcement. Mandatory written contracts. Severe penalties for misclassification. Specific protections against racial harassment. First reading January 2025. If passed, protections for 2.3 million California domestic workers. December, the Armani dress donated to the Smithsonian National Museum of American History. Exhibit February 2025. Tools of change. Objects that sparked movements, near artifacts from the Montgomery bus boycott. Placard reads, "Sometimes visibility is the first act of revolution." This dress, worn by domestic worker Maggie Anderson, reminded America that dignity has no price tag and humanity has no uniform. Soft piano returns. Maggie's daughter, Emma, now 13, comes home from school. "Mom, my teacher showed the video. She said you're an example of civil disobedience. I told everyone you're just my mom." Maggie smiles. "I am just your mom, who wore a dress, who told the truth." "Yeah," Emma says. "That's the brave part." They invited her as a joke. 3 laughing emojis. Come as you are. They expected embarrassment or absence, so they could laugh either way. She showed up as herself, not the self they expected, but her real self. A black woman who knows her worth, who documented every violation, who borrowed an $8,000 dress not to pretend, but to force them to see her as she already was. Human, worthy, unbreakable. In showing up, in refusing their script, in walking through those doors like a queen when they expected her to crawl, she changed everything. If this moved you, share it. Subscribe for more stories where justice wins. Because dignity isn't something they give you. It's something you carry. No matter what you wear, what you do, where you come from, or what color your skin is. One millionaire thought he could humiliate a black maid. Instead, she walked in like royalty. And 60 millionaires learned the most expensive lesson of their lives. Never underestimate someone who's been quietly preparing to destroy you. Like, share, and subscribe to Fate Tales for more stories like this.